Wow, so I have had an incredible response to my Facebook post talking about the health transformation that I've gone through over the last 2 years. I've gotten tons of comments and lots of private messages asking about what it is I'm doing and how I was able to overcome these incredible health issues I had, including like, here's from 2 years ago. I was handicapped and couldn't hardly move. So I won't go into my testimony in this video, but I did want to take the time and describe one of the foundational principles behind this health approach. The health approach really is multifaceted because it addresses every single element in your life, from food, movement, all those different kind of things. So it's difficult to really explain what it is because there's so many definitions to it. There are a couple of things that I wanted to address right off the bat so there's no confusion. One is I do get one-on-one body work through neuromuscular therapy, and that is a major part of the transformation I've experienced. That being said, there's a lot of things that you can do on your own that can drastically improve your health. The second thing is I've gotten a couple of questions from people asking if I am marketing this guy? And the answer to that is no. I don't see any money from this. I am doing this purely because I want other people to be able to have the same kind of life and health transformation that I've had. So all that being said, there was an idea that I had seen before and didn't really sit well with me and was presented to me as a part of this health approach. The idea is that stress is actually responsible for virtually every health issue that we experience in our lives. And that made me mad because I felt like that philosophy was saying it was my fault I wasn't tough enough or didn't have enough willpower to overcome my stress, and that's why I was sick. Going through this health transformation, though, I had multiple epiphanies and I realized how this actually works. So, being a storyteller, I came up with an analogy to help describe how stress makes us sick. So, here it is. You ready? Your body is the Starship Enterprise. Now, if you're not a Trekkie, don't worry, you'll still be able to understand the analogy, but your body is the Starship Enterprise. And you are having a health issue, so we're going to symbolize this by the heater in the captain's quarters isn't working. And let's say your health issue is allergies. So, Captain Kirk, he goes to the maintenance crew, and the maintenance crew is our immune system. It's what fixes things, makes sure everything is running smoothly, keeps us happy and healthy. So Captain Kirk goes to the maintenance crew and says, "The heater in my quarters isn't working. I need you to fix it." The maintenance crew, they go on their way towards the captain quarters to fix the heater, and wee-oo, 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 yellow alert. The Romulans are in the neutral zone. Now, do you think that the maintenance crew is going to be working on the heater in the captain's quarters while it's yellow alert, all hands prepare for battle? No, of course not. This is what happens in our bodies when we are exposed to stress. And the reason why our bodies work this way is because it is a survival technique. When a lion is trying to eat you, your body is going to take all of the resources, all of the energy, and divert it into survival mode so that the lion doesn't eat you. So this is called fight, flight, or freeze. It's also called a stress response. It's the body's autonomic preservation response to keep you alive. These periods of time of stress response are supposed to be short. So we get away from the lion, okay, everything's hunky-dory. Unfortunately, we live in a very high stress society. I am sure that you can identify with always feeling like you're putting out fires at work, at home, school, whatever it is, you feel like you're always putting out fires. Well, the problem is if you're feeling that way, you're feeling like you're in a yellow alert or red alert state very frequently. Back to the Starship Enterprise, it's been a couple of weeks, maybe a couple of months, and that heater hasn't been getting fixed because we're still going back and forth between red and yellow alerts dealing with these Romulans. Well, we now have another health issue come up. The pipes have frozen and burst because the heater wasn't working. And this is how you can have compounded health issues that may be seemingly unrelated. So we started with allergies, now we're having digestive issues. They don't seem to be related, but they're all coming from the same source of the immune system not being able to heal us and keep our bodies working in proper order. So if time goes on with those pipes not getting fixed, well, water has now gotten into the electrical system. So we've got allergies, we've got digestive issues, now we've got chronic migraines. So there are a lot of ways that this stress response affects our lives. One of them is, say our starship is still engaged with the Romulans and a supply ship shows up. The supply ship has all sorts of different supplies that aren't directly related to this immediate stress. Well, imagine being at battle stations and somebody showing up and be like, hey, what do you want me to do with this box of toothbrushes? That's going to overload you pretty quick. And so you have an additional stress response to the supplies coming in. So that's why you might be experiencing some of the drugs or the treatment programs that you're doing either not helping or seeming to make things worse. And it's because they are. Your body isn't able to deal with the would-be healthy things. Like you may be eating great, but it's not having an effect. You may not be losing weight because you're having a stress response to other stresses, and your body just can't process the good stuff. But ultimately, it requires our starship disengaging with the Romulans and having some time for rest, recovery, and fun. In the end, our stress response is a good thing, but the key is balance. The key is breaking out of the fight or flight mode and having the most of your time being spent with feelings of rest, relaxation, and fun. When you're in that war zone, it's really hard to do, I know. And I can say that my experiences with it is having that relaxation was more part of me healing and becoming a natural byproduct than working hard at it. The harder I worked at not being stressed, the more stressed I became. What I was able to do is find a way to rephrase in my mind my primary stress. So I would think of what is the most stressful thing that I'm experiencing right now. And that's pretty easy to know what that is in your life. So think of that. For me, it was my career. I want to be a Hollywood director. I want to write and direct movies, but my health was not allowing me to do that. And so I was caught in this catch-22 downward spiral. So what I did was I said, okay, for the next 3 months, I am going to make my health my only priority. I'm going to focus entirely on my health. And I'm going to make myself number one. I can do that for 3 months. You know what? After 3 months went by, I went, I'm actually making progress towards this goal because I'm focusing on my health. So I decided to take the next 3 months and make health my number one priority. And pretty soon, health being my number one priority has been ingrained in me as a habit, so that I am looking at what I'm taking on, where I'm putting my energy in terms of, is this going to benefit my health? And if it's going to benefit my health, then I'll do it. If it is not going to benefit my health, I choose not to, and I've been learning how to say no, and it's been amazing. I hope this video has been helpful to you. I hope you've learned something that you can find a way to implement it in your own life. I do plan on doing more videos like this. I'm going to put them on my YouTube channel. As I get to them, I'll upload them. Contact me if you have any questions, and I'll help out in any way I can. And for those of you who are in the Canton area and are interested in seeing the guy that I see, please reach out to me. I can get you his information, show you his website. His website is full of a lot of scientific stuff that I found it very hard to understand before going through the whole health approach. But if you're interested, I can get that to you. Again, thanks for watching. I really want to be able to share my health transformation with everybody so everybody can have the same kind of life change that I have. I'll see you in the next video.